See, I'm aware that these journeys have not been easy for a lot of us, but we're gonna make it to the finish line. I done been down this road before, felt like it was taking too long. Had to overcome these obstacles just to walk into what God had in store. Pressure might take a toll on your soul, might feel the pain deep in your core, but you gotta hold on. I said you gotta be strong. See, life don't get easier, you just get stronger, you just get wiser. God gon' test your gangster, God gon' test your greatness, and if you faint not, you shall reap what you've harvested.
350.
It's like,
I respect it.
you know what? I never did well, I guess I get the concept of putting the numbers on it, but I never. That's not something I, prefer to do, because it's like I'm on episode, like you said, 1,200 and all that. I feel like that's just doing
Right.
too
Well, I
much.
understand.
What's the deal, my guy? How you been, man?
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah. What you was doing earlier? I
I've
think
been
you was mowing the lawn when
doing
I.
some doing some yard work, man. Had to get my lawn right because it's the season changed out here, so you
Right.
know now it's time to plant some trees, plant some stuff to give it more life.
I feel it. I feel it. Where you at?
ATL,
Ooh,
Atlanta,
okay.
Atlanta, Georgia.
You loving it out there. I can tell by the smile. You loving it out there. That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Do you ever
I'm
plan on
enjoying it,
coming
bro.
back?
If God leads me to, I feel like
Okay.
this is where God has me planning right now. So this is where I'm
Hey.
dwelling. I'm just just
Cool.
enjoying where I am now, man.
Right.
I would love to be home, but this is where I'm at.
I feel it. This
Yeah.
that's not the first time I actually heard that a person saying, God led me to come all the way out here and separate myself from,
Right.
because I was just talking to the mother of my child about that, because she's about to move to Arizona, and so
Uh-huh.
I asked her why, like, what's out there, and she was just saying, God told me to go, so I'm gonna go. Me, that's my biggest fear, is leaving and not being able to, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you
hmm
do have to overlook them fears, and you know what I'm saying?
The key thing that you said though that stood out to me was that it's your fear.
Right.
But the crazier thing is that you're not in control.
Of
You
what?
are not in control of your life. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Other
real.
than you taking your own life, you're not in control of the outcome of where your life is. Well, you are, of course, based on your decisions. But if we're looking at it from a supernatural aspect, bro, we have like we're just a vessel, bro.
Right.
If God call you to go somewhere, you better go.
You better
Because if
go.
you don't go, somebody else gonna go. He gonna call somebody else. That's
That's
how
what's
I mean, that's my
up.
perspective though. But
Right, right.
don't be afraid of that, bro. You're afraid for what? Fear not. That's what the Bible say. Fear not. The Lord is in control, my brother.
That's real. And you know what's crazy? I'm just getting to that point in my life, like probably like I say 3 years ago, where I just said, you know what, I'm gonna stop going in my direction and go where He want me to go. So I had to sit down
Hmm.
for some time and really, get what was going on around me, and figure out, what it is that He wanted me to do. And so
Hmm.
um now it's just whatever He want me to do. That's what it is, and it feels
Hmm.
good. It feels good, because you start moving positive. Your demeanor get different, and you just start moving differently. When
Yeah.
He's in control. I mean, it's
Hmm.
feel awesome, man. So how is
It's a
every?
blessing.
Hey, I want to ask you about that song, man.
All right.
That's my jam right there. That song right there spoke so much volume, bro. Like, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that think that song hit home. I
Mm.
had to reach out once I heard it, man, because just that little, not even, I mean, of course, the singing part, but that part where you was talking, that's what, shook the room, man. So where did it
Yeah.
come from, man?
Well, I come from a place of music is my healing, bro. Music is my therapy.
Right,
Um, Other than prayer, fellowship, having good people in my life. Uh, music is where it is my heart to heart.
Right.
Um, so where does that song come from? I wrote that song 4 years ago. So
Damn.
I released it. I released it, but I wrote it 4 years ago.
That's
I have a
crazy.
lot of music that I never put out, but that specific song, man, I wrote that at a point in time where I was lost, or
Mhm.
what I thought was lost. I just graduated from Morehouse.
Right.
Um,
Congrats, bro.
I didn't.
Congrats.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. At that time, I just graduated from Morehouse, but along that line too, I found my step out the dead. I was losing a lot of my friends. I was taking a lot of classes to graduate, and I was stressed, bro. Like I was depressed. And when I graduated, I felt like I was going down a road, bro. Like I felt like I didn't know what road I was going down. Um, but I knew whatever road it was, like that there was hope at the end of it.
Hmm.
So more specifically, I was going through a lot, bro. And that at that point in time, my bad for the noise.
Nah, you good.
But I was going through a lot at that time, personally with my family
Right.
and with my brand, finding who I truly wanted to be and what I truly wanted to do. So
Yeah.
um, that place came from a space of vulnerability, man. Like I wanted to be as vulnerable as I could. I wanted God to lead me,
Right.
and that's
So
what came out, bro.
so how through all of that, how in the heck did you, you know, fight the negative thoughts and the wanting to give ups and the just the bad energy? How did you keep your composure through that?
Um, those are all things that happen. I, those are all things that happen on the
See a flying
exterior.
squirrel or something?
Nah, I see a woodpecker. I see a woodpecker. It's about to hit the tree. But what was I saying?
Was talking
Oh,
about
those are all things that happen outside of you.
hmm
So
right,
with me being aware of that happening outside of me, I never let what's going on around me get inside of me and weigh me down. Though I felt the emotions and the physical and the stuff going on around me, like almost getting to me, I never allowed it to get within me. I always asked God to protect me, guide me, surround myself around this positive energy, affirming myself and speaking that I was going to come out of whatever I was in. So like my whole thing is, man, like growing up where we grew up, bro, like it's always stuff happening around us, bro. Like we
no, most
grew up
definitely.
in, we grew up in, I wouldn't say poverty, but if we look at poverty, the mindset of which that leads people to like what that leads people to do,
Right,
we come from some pretty dark stuff. So if we
exactly.
were to give up, bro, already, like we should have been gave up because I feel like had already experienced the worst. So
Right.
me, bro, like I'm the type of person I fight through my fears, bro. Like
Hmm.
I want to, I let the fear lead. Not saying let the fear lead me, but I don't let the. Some people are afraid and like stop. I actually go towards it
Right.
because I know God is with me. So like
No, I feel that,
I
and
just,
that's
it's just,
100%. So, what are some
yeah, bro.
what are some of the exercises you do on a daily basis to keep that peace?
Okay, so I like to, I like routine. So
Hmm.
um, before I wake up, before I do anything, before I get on social media, I'm tapping in with God. I'm going into worship. I'm praying. I'm reading my word. I'm reading a book. I'm reading something positive to pour into myself. I
Right.
might go on a workout. I might try to beat the sun up. I might try to run some laps, do a little workout, create that routine for myself. And with that routine, um, you know, it leads
It
it
leads you
shape
to
yeah,
right, right, right. No, I
yeah. But
completely
that's for me. That's what works for me. And
right, right.
whoever
And that's the reason why I ask that question is because I have my daily routines too. So me
mhm,
in the space that I'm in, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm right behind you. I
right.
pray every day. I hop in the shower and I feel like when I'm in the shower, it's that's my
Yeah, that's what matters, bro.
right, right. That's dope. That's
So
dope. So how? So when you did what? I say 3 years at Morehouse, 4,
3 years at
3.
Morehouse.
So how like what was your best experience? Like what was something that you will never forget?
Man, having the opportunity to mm, my best experience at Morehouse.
I mean, if it's
When
not
you
one,
ask
it's
me that,
not one.
when you ask me that question, so many different things is pulling
I
me,
mean,
right?
yeah. I feel that.
But
Oh, it's kind of loud.
I would say my favorite. I got two favorite moments. Homecoming. Homecoming was an amazing moment. Just to see the essence of a lot of black people together,
Right.
all positive vibes, happy. That was my favorite experience. But my ultimate personal favorite experience was when I Denzel Washington. I
Hmm.
got the chance to interview Denzel Washington.
Okay, that was my next
Um,
question. That was gonna be my next question.
yeah, yeah,
How
yeah.
did
So
it
that's the second.
feel? How did it feel being in that room, bro? Can't even explain it.
I can't explain it. I can't explain it because for me it's the whole alignment aspect of things, bro. Like I really just want to play basketball.
Mhm.
Like that's all I wanted to do is play basketball. And once basketball field was stripped away from me, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do. From that, I started doing motivational speaking. Motivational speaking then allowed me to have a platform to speak to others and to get my name out there globally as ZoTheMotivator. But when I experienced moments like interviewing Denzel Washington, I think back to the person where I'm like, dang, what am I gonna do with my life if basketball don't work out?
Right.
Like for me, it was like, God, like it wasn't even that I got an opportunity to interview Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington asked me
To come up there, yeah.
to him. I my Throughout
Right.
my whole journey, bro, I'm like, God, like, why me? Because I'm like an extroverted introvert. If I don't gotta speak, I won't talk.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm not around people I'm not comfortable with, I'm not gonna talk. And I'm not to say I'm even starstruck or I don't really I'm not big on the celebrity aspect of things, but I'm gonna tell you the whole alignment piece of that. I didn't plan that. Um, but Terrence J was also up there. 2 weeks
Okay.
before that, I was at Tyrese's house
Right.
and I was with Tyrese, uh um, what's his name? Terrence J.
Right.
I was at Tyrese and Terrence J. And then 2 weeks after that, I'm on stage with Terrence J and Denzel Washington interviewing Denzel Washington in the cast of Fences. It blew my mind, bro. Because I was when I came even when I got on the stage, Terrence was like, "Yo, what's up?" I'm like, "Yo, what's like?" So yeah, bro. Like that
Right.
was my most favorite experience because it showed me that I was going in the right direction and that
Right.
you know what God is calling me to do is bigger than I can even imagine. I've been a part of a lot of things that I can't tell you how. I don't have an agent. I don't have a manager. I don't know how,
I,
but
I
God,
I understand,
you know,
man. That's crazy. When I
but God,
seen it, bro, I was just like, look at my boy,
yeah,
man. Cause like I said, I remember it was times where, like I told you last time, we was in front of the gym and you was giving me advice, praying for me and telling me, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
having them deep
yeah, yeah, yeah.
conversations. And so once I seen that, like, cause I had you on Instagram, so when I seen Zoe the Motivator and everything, I was just like, okay, he doing this thing. But when I seen that, and
Yeah,
I said, oh, he's serious.
yeah.
he out
No,
there
God's
doing
serious.
right.
Yeah,
Nah, most definitely. That's
God's serious, bro, about your purpose, man.
I appreciate it on the
Yeah,
real.
like I want you to know, like God's serious about your purpose, bro. And like you got to wake up every day and figure out what the heck God wants you to do, and not figure it out, just like walk in it. Like
Right.
you jumped out on faith, bro. I'm gonna
Most
start a
definitely.
podcast. I don't know what this gonna look like, bro. I don't know how many episodes you in, but you finding yourself as you walk in your purpose,
Yeah.
and then it's easier for you to have a relationship with God because it's like, okay, God, now I see where you're taking me.
I
You know what I'm
understand
saying?
now.
God ain't gonna always show you where He taking you. He gonna give you signs. He gonna give you, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be
Uh-huh.
aha moments like, oh, like
That's what we
I get. That's what you want me. Got it. You know what I'm saying? And
that's
I feel like that's what it's all about, bro. I'm no different than nobody that come from where we come from, bro. Like
Most
I
definitely.
just I just never gave, like Nip said, I never gave up. You know, I pushed through my adversity, bro. I failed a lot. I'm still failing to this day, bro. It's
Right.
I'm still figuring it out, but
And
that's
so
what life
what's
is all
some
about,
what's
bro.
some what's some what's some advice that you can give somebody that's on the decline right now in life?
What's some advice I can give you? Um, what's some advice I can give?
Like if I called you and was like, "Hey, I'm down on my luck, man, and I'm ready to call it quits."
Is this scenario based?
It
Because
doesn't.
if you give me a scenario, I could be like,
Boom.
I could tell you what I would do,
Mhm.
but what I would do might not apply to you
At this
or what
current
God
moment.
wants you to do. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I would suggest you see God before all things.
Hmm.
You go to God in prayer. I could tell you what worked for me,
So
which is
how do
my
you?
routine.
So if I came to you and was just like, I don't know what to say when it comes to talking to God, I don't know what to say.
I would say just say thank you. Thank you, God. I trust you. Lord, I submit to you. Whatever you want me to do, God, I'll do. Today I submit, I surrender my life to you. Today I'm gonna lean out to my own understanding. Thank you. What about thank you? Because you didn't have to wake me up this morning.
Most
Thank
definitely.
you, God. Thank
Most
you.
definitely.
I can breathe. I got my five senses. I can feel, I can touch. I got people in my life that love me. I love them. I'm not starving. I'm good. I mean, what you mean? It's simple. The best advice I ever got in my life was from that interview, Denzel Washington. And I asked him, I said, what advice would you give your 20-year-old self, knowing what you know now?
Right.
That man has explored the world. He's done so many great things, right? And his answer was simply, keep it simple. So if I was to give anybody advice, I'm gonna pay it forward and say, keep it simple.
Right.
Let God lead your steps. And
Completely.
you never know. In Proverbs, in Proverbs, I think it's 3, 5, and 6. It say, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. Submit to Him in all your ways, and He will straighten your path. We all want a straight path, but how many of us are willing to submit to God? How many of us are willing to not lean to our own understanding?
Hmm.
And how many of us are willing to trust Him with all of our heart?
Right. Most
That's it.
definitely.
You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? So that's what would be my answer.
hey, and I appreciate you, for just everything, man. I appreciate you for taking your
Mm-hmm.
time out of your day, man, to come out here, and talk to us, man. Not only them, but me too, because I
Of
come
course.
to you. I can come to you with open
Yeah,
arms,
yeah,
and I'm like a sponge,
yeah.
and I feel like a lot of people got to take that in a literal term when they say I'm a sponge, because if you fill a sponge up with water, once you squeeze it, that's what's gonna come out. So me,
But do you ever think about where that water goes?
you don't.
Where the water go? It go right back into where it came from,
Where it
and
came
then it's
from,
recycled again. If you refill that sponge again,
hmm
it's just a cycle, bro.
right?
You know
And
what I'm
and
saying? But
and
my bad, I didn't mean to cut you
no,
off.
you good, you good. I get where you're going, but the reason why I say that is because if I'm taking in positive energy and moving positive, that's all I'm gonna squeeze out into the world, and then that may help the next person, and that may help. You know what I'm saying? That's
Exactly.
that's that's just where I take that
Right.
analogy
Mm-hmm.
and everything. But like I said, I appreciate you, man. I've been trying to get this for a
Always.
minute, man, and I
Always.
appreciate you for coming on here and taking the time to spit game with your boy, man. For
No
real.
problem, bro. How are you? How are you? What's new with you?
Oh man, um, I'm I'm cool. I'm cool. I just been, like you said, moving in God's footsteps, waiting to see where He take me, man. I'm excited, to be honest. I can't wait till I get there. I see this growing, and sometimes I have to sit there and I have to ask myself, even if I didn't get the reactions that I get on a daily basis. Would it still be that same energy? Would I still be moving in that same direction as far as you know, uh, positive energy and keeping it close with God. And
Mm-hmm.
so I just been, just growing and trying to better myself every day, man. Trying to be a better person, and You know, just help. You know, because it starts with us. You know, if we sit here and we continue to be selfish and move by ourselves, you know, and not bring the next, then the next generation gonna be messed up. Then the next generation, you know, it's gonna be a cycle.
Hmm.
You know, so I just try
Like it,
to
like it's been.
exactly, exactly. So,
It's a
like you
cold
said
cycle.
earlier, you know, we got to keep doing what we doing, bro, because people are watching us that we don't even know is watching us. You know, I've been watching you for a long time, and you are one of my one of my motivations to
Yeah,
keep going because seeing you move in the in the right direction, I don't want to get left. So. You
yeah,
know, I'm right behind you. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? You,
Hmm.
my boy Mac, it's a lot of people I can name off that helped me figure out who I am today. You know what I'm saying? And so
Mac, shout out to Mac.
on the real, that's my dog right
Yeah,
there.
shout out
That's
to
my
Mac.
dog.
Dang, bro.
Right.
But think about what connected us though. The thing that we all love the most,
Basketball. Basketball.
sports.
Right.
It created community, bro. Like I met my best friends, bro, playing basketball. As much as I wish I could have made it in basketball, I'm like, I made it in basketball because not only did a lot of my friends make it,
Hmm.
but like, bro, I have a community of brothers, bro. Like,
Well,
we'll always be able to look back and be like, dang, bro, remember Coach Higgins used to, or we used to, or we got smacked this game, or remember we got these new memories, bro. You know,
nah, for
creating
real.
memories, bro. That's what life is all about.
And sometimes that's how it is. You know, sometimes and I was I don't know if you seen that video I had posted yesterday where the dude was talking about he got all of this money, he got all of this, and he just want more and more of it and more of it. But he was like he can't take it with him when he gone. And so when I had posted that, I was just telling people like, just remember, once you're gone, you're gone. So leave something here. Leave
There we go.
something here. Leave something here for us to, really, remember you by, and yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's good. And I don't think enough people realize that, man. I was talking to one of my, actually my girlfriend's grandmother, and she was just giving me
Oh
wisdom
my God.
about. She was giving me wisdom. I didn't grow up with my grandparents.
Hmm.
I didn't grow up with my father, so it's a lot of wisdom that I missed. My mom was working two jobs, so a
Right.
lot of my wisdom came from my homies, from my neighborhood, from my coaches. Um, but we're missing that wisdom aspect of,
Most definitely. Most
you know what
definitely.
I'm saying? But our generation,
Go ahead.
you got it, you got it,
No,
you
no,
got
no.
it.
Do your thing.
I was saying, as a lately, and as I've been reflecting about life and where we are as a people, the result of where we are as a people, not only like the result of all the destruction that has happened is based on the water that's been poured into us.
Right.
See, water can be poured into a sponge, right?
Right.
But the sponge can also be immersed in water.
I agree.
Where that water comes from, it plays a huge part.
Right.
And what will be released from that sponge. So I think a lot of us, we've always been a sponge. I'm
But
not trying to be so deep about this,
no,
but
no,
like
no. Do your thing. Do your
the
thing.
people that have poured water into us have tried to destroy us,
Right.
if that makes sense.
No, I see.
Our ancestors, our ancestors endured a lot of stuff, bro, that we didn't ask to endure. We were minding our business. We were cultivating community, affirming each other,
Right.
raising up our kids.
Most definitely.
And then they, whoever they were, decided that they wanted to infiltrate whatever it was,
Right.
whatever we had going on. So like even drugs, the guns in our community, the drugs in our crack era. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Gangs wasn't the original intention wasn't to destruct. It was to uplift and to build and cultivate community. And they infiltrated
Came
that.
in.
And
Most definitely. I agree with that 100%. And
you know what I'm
I feel
saying?
like I honestly feel like our generation is very important because we are, like you said, we soaked up all of that, so we know what that is. And so for the next generation, we have to be that, that example for them. We have to take what we learn from it, and whatever it is that we learn, even if it was something, negative or something bad, we got to take that, you know, put it into our arsenal and switch it into something positive and show the ones coming up after us that it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? We have to change, bro. We have to, because I feel like a big problem was credit. You know what I'm saying? Credit, because they didn't know too much about it. So what could they teach us? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When it first came out, they didn't know too much about it. So what could they really teach us? And so now that we do know, because when I beginning of this year, my credit was 480, 490. You know, that's because they were telling me credit was important, but they didn't sit me down. You know what I'm saying? And so and so
I'm building my credit now too.
You know, and so it's like when you don't have the knowledge of what could go wrong, it's like you don't want me to take this card and go buy everything that I want to buy, not have to pay nothing back. It just drop a couple numbers. You're telling me I can't go do that.
Right. Guess where the knowledge comes from, though? Information. Information literally could change a whole situation. And guess what's been stripped away from us?
Information.
And
that's exactly.
So we lack information. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time, a kid, we never will know where we're supposed to go because we don't have the information on where we come from.
Right, most definitely. And that's where I was going to go with it. That's what I was going. We got to dig deep into that though. That's exactly where I was about to go with that. We have to first figure out the root. You know what I'm saying? We have to figure out where it came from and this and that. Like when we do look into our ancestors and stuff like that, we have to figure out everything, you know. And I feel that same way about, gangbanging. Like a lot of people don't even know where it came from. They just out there.
Bro, F this hood, bro. You don't even know.
Nobody.
You can't even tell me who your OGs, bro. But that's
like you said, information.
Exactly.
And so once go ahead.
My bad. I'm excited.
No, you good.
This stuff makes me excited, bro. It just makes me excited because it's like knowing that or having information, it gives you a certain pride about where you come from. Yeah. So what I love about millennials and us, we gonna represent it because it feel right in that moment, right? Like we gonna represent whatever we represent because not only do we want to be a part of something, but like we're fearless. So we're the ones that's really causing the trouble in the streets. We're misguided, but like, I guess what I'm getting at is we millennials are the gap, the ones that bridge the gap between the generation of who's being born today and our ancestors, like our grandparents. Yeah, we're the only generation that has experienced grandparents, bro. The kids now, grandmas is 40, bro.
Right.
They lived in the era where, the crack era. They didn't live in the era of slavery, so they don't know their history. I didn't know what I was. We just think we black. We're not just black, bro. Our ancestors come from different parts of the country, Jamaica, Africa, different parts. We don't know that. We don't even know where our dads is from. Right. Why? Because the system took our dads away. Through gangbanging, through the crack era.
Oh man,
you don't even know your dad. It's deep, bro. It's deep, bro.
That's real.
That's what I've been thinking about. Like, how can I find out where I come from so I can be able to, you know what I'm saying? How can I break the cycle of my dad?
Bad.
That's the only way we're gonna be able to change. That's why it's a cycle of us killing each other. We don't know where we come from. I might be killing you. You might be my real cousin, or you might be my real brother, or you don't even know. You killing me.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
We was brought here from Africa through the transatlantic slave trade. 2 million people died on that boat. Jumped off the boat, was thrown off the boat. Information was thrown off the boat. Then y'all land us in either Jamaica, the Caribbean, and like different parts. Then you break us apart, and now we enter into slavery in the United States and slavery wherever we are. You separate me. You know what I'm saying? You separate me from my mom, my dad, for me to do work for you. Like, it's deeper than just what we know.
We know.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
and this is the information, and I feel like a lot of people are lazy, bro. A lot of people are lazy because they don't want to research that information. They don't, and that's another problem we have too, is being lazy and not wanting to do that research and not wanting to take the time and figure out you know.
I gotta cut you off there though.
Mm-hmm.
We lazy, but there's been a system in place to distract us from wanting to see those answers. We don't care about
True.
Harriet Tubman.
True.
We don't care about transatlantic slave trade. We don't care about credit.
Mm-hmm.
Now people are starting to, like our generation, now we're starting to inform people on social media. We're catching on,
Mm-hmm.
but we ain't researching that.
Most
Some people,
definitely.
the few of us are, but imagine if the masses would, how much things would change. Imagine if we really took the time to pour into our youth, pour into learning this history, bro. Like, bro,
It'd be
the
dangerous.
reason I
Will
start
be
looking
dangerous.
into this, I'm telling you, and the kids, the reason I'm looking into it the way I am, the reason I do what I do, is because kids come to me and ask me these questions. And I want to be able to tell them something.
Have
like,
an answer
this is
for
where we
them.
come from.
Yeah.
The kid asks me, how do you know God is real? You never seen him. I'm like, whoa.
How old are you?
I'm like, whoa. I'm like, whoa, but I'm like, thank you for asking me that question because I was asking the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
How do I know? I did this to him. I said, close your eyes. Did like this to him by his ear. A wind hit his ear. I said, did you feel that? You're not gonna always see everything you believe, but just know it's there.
Yeah.
Faith is believing in things you can't see. So
there you go, right
God
there.
is like, you know what I'm saying?
There you go,
Everything
right there.
you need to know is around you. You ain't gotta always question it. What's real don't need to be questioned.
Yeah.
God is real, bro. You don't need to just serve it. Just live. Just you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Now, yeah.
I agree
My bad,
100%, bro. No, you good, man. You good. You gotta save some for episode 2 when we do our next one, bro. You gotta don't give them everything right now.
Yeah, but you get the point though. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
It's bigger than us.
It's way big, and we appreciate you, bro. We really do, man.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you and people that's like us, you know, out there in the world because you teaching me some stuff and you opening my eyes some stuff. It be the most simplest stuff. You know, and you can be blind to it. You know, we blind to a lot of things. So I appreciate you. Like I said, taking this time out, bro, for real. And we gotta set up another date, man. When the next time you come into the city?
I'm not too sure. I know sometime in April. So I'm planning on coming out there in April for my godbaby's graduation. Okay. So we can plan that time. But just a quick, I got a question for you though.
I'm listening.
Because I heard you say you're afraid to like leave, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't get this information until I left.
Okay. I see where you're going with that.
You know what I'm saying? It's certain information you gotta like.
Yeah.
You gotta travel. You gotta see something. You gotta see some stuff.
To get it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's beyond social media. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good to see stuff online, but bro, get on a plane. Travel somewhere, bro. Like,
go see
learn your history.
Yeah.
Go see it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We gotta start seeing things for ourselves and not just believe everything we see on the internet.
Most definitely.
I started being a part of protests, bro. Like coming to the South, I've been a part of protests, and I got a chance to talk to Dr. King's daughter. I done got a chance to sit at the table with Dr. Umar Johnson and Rev Run, and like I didn't got a chance to do a lot of stuff, bro. I wouldn't have been able to do in Compton. Now, granted, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have got a chance to interview Denzel Washington if I would never left. I wouldn't have got a chance to work with Tyler Perry if I would never left. Be a part of movies. Home is great, but you outgrow home sometimes, brother.
Yeah.
Like you outgrow that nest, bro.
I hear you. Hey, that was a good reason to get out. Yeah.
And then you got 2 boys. You got sons, bro.
Yeah.
You got to show them something beyond LA, dog.
I hear you. That make a lot of sense, bro. That make a lot of sense. I see where you're going with that. And I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. So we're gonna set something up. We're gonna set something up for when you come out here. I'm gonna tap in, man. I'm gonna keep in touch, man, and we're gonna keep it going, man. Continue to do you. Just know, like I said, we watching, bro. We watching.
Appreciate it much, and me too, and vice versa.
I appreciate you. All right.
Hey, y'all go stream down this road, man.
Oh, no. Oh, I done been down this road before. Felt like it was taking too long. Had to overcome these obstacles. just to walk into a garden store. Pressure might take a toll on your soul. Might feel the pain deep in your core, but you gotta hold on. I said you gotta be strong. See, God has already prepared the way. Now He's just preparing you. There will be seasons in your life where you feel you aren't growing, but know that those are the times where you're growing the most. See, the test of faith is not how loud you praise God in the happy time, but how deeply you trust Him during the dark ones. Hold on. I know the road is long, but you just gotta hold on. You gotta be strong. You gotta keep the faith. You gotta keep your eyes on God and allow Him to pull you through to that finish line. See, trials and adversity is gonna always come your way. It's gonna always surround you, but you cannot allow what's going on around you to get inside of you and weigh you down. I done been down this road before. Hold on. Felt like it was taking too long. Had to overcome these obstacles just to walk into a guidance store. Pressure might take a toll on your soul. Might feel the pain deep in your core, but you gotta hold on. I said you gotta be strong.